here, pussy. You the one that got touched. But, you know, he's fooled the world. He's been talking to the police. Hello? Yeah, this Curtis. He's been talking, and I'm.
These ran up in my crib, you know who dropping down.
I think he does that.
Said you a Wangsta, and you need to stop fronting.
I think he does that. Here's a guy who starts beef and pretends that he is the bully.
They know they can't shine if I'm around and round. Been on parole since 94, cause I commit.
Roughest, toughest nigga on the face of the earth. Right? Mm-hmm. And then he tells on you. Everything you think of 50 is just negative. He's just an engine of negativity, beef, chaos.
Wrote a song that Murder, I Don't Believe You.
Murder, I don't believe you. Murder, murder, your life's on the line.
He told me he had a song early before he recorded it. I'm like, yo, Swing told me you got a song if it's a problem. I'm like, nah, I ain't got no song. A few weeks later, that Murder, I Don't Believe You came out.
Murder, I don't believe you. Murder, murder.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this is a guy I can't really have a conversation with because you one thing to your face and then turn around and make another move, you know what I mean?
It's like the biggest oxymoron and the biggest mind-fucking trickery to the public. Those that don't know think this guy's ill and he's tough.
It's one thing to make a name for yourself as a rising hip-hop artist. It's another to be pulled into a feud that leaves behind legendary stories of violence and legal drama. Such was the case with 50 Cent, whose street-hardened reputation was tested not only by the rough Queens neighborhood he grew up in, but also by a heated rivalry that shook the entire rap world in the early 2000s. While 50's epic clashes with Ja Rule are widely documented, the infamous Hit Factory confrontation stands out as one of the most shocking and contested moments in their ongoing war. Depending on who you ask, it was the night 50 Cent was allegedly stabbed, fueling legal aftermath and rumors that would overshadow much of his early career. From the moment 50 Cent erupted on the scene, he seemed destined for confrontation. Born Curtis Jackson, he suffered multiple hardships in his youth, including losing his mother at a young age and getting caught up in street life. Surviving a near-fatal barrage of bullets outside his grandmother's home only seemed to magnify his fearless persona.
When you're in your bed, shot the fuck up, I think the police and the feds came to him. And I think he told them a great story of Irv Gotti and Kenneth Supreme McGriff. And I think he's been telling them stories. I think he still tells them stories, which kind of probably makes him feel untouchable because he's with the police. So he could beef with anybody. He's with the police.
He quickly rose to prominence by dropping raw, unfiltered mixtapes that captured the attention of rap legends Eminem and Dr. Dre, signed to major deals. He came in with a chip on his shoulder and a refusal to back down from anyone, even an established powerhouse like Ja Rule and his Murder Inc. label. Initially, the rift between 50 Cent and Ja Rule seemed to revolve around respect and territory. Some say it started with a chain-snatching incident. Others claim it was a personal slight during a video shoot in Queens. As tension built, they tossed lyrical barbs back and forth, turning a personal disagreement into a full-blown rap war. Diss tracks flew in both directions, fueling the media's fascination. Around this time, fans started noticing a more dangerous edge to the feud. Whispers of real-life altercations, threats, and intimidation tactics lurking off the record. Nothing, however, gripped public attention quite like what happened at the Hit Factory in New York City.
Yeah, I was there. I was right there. They had Ja and 50. We was booked for the same show.
The Hit Factory was known for churning out chart-topping hits, hosting big stars, and exuding creative energy at all hours. That night, though, it became a battleground. According to some accounts, 50 Cent was quietly working in one of the rooms, fully aware that members of Murder Inc. might also be in the building. Tensions were already high. He'd had run-ins with Ja Rule's crew before, and the rap grapevine was buzzing with stories that a blow-up was bound to happen sooner or later. Word traveled fast in the studio's hallways. Ja Rule and his entourage were said to be in the main recording room with around 40 or 50 people in tow. The moment they confirmed 50 was there, everything changed. Accounts differ on who decided to escalate it first. Some say Ja Rule was on crutches from a recent injury and grew enraged hearing that his rival was just a few doors down. Others swear Irv Gotti tried to keep Ja calm, only to get called out for not riding with him. Either way, the message became clear. It was time to settle something, or at least prove who held the upper hand. What happened next remains shrouded in rumor and conflicting recollection. By one telling, someone dimmed the lights, hoping to catch 50 Cent off guard. Shouts of "He's here, let's get him" ricocheted through the corridors. Another version claims 50's team caught wind of the trouble and tried to beat a strategic retreat, but found themselves cornered.
We ended up chasing them through the hotel lobby. It was crazy. You know what I mean? My movie gonna be crazy because the elevator doors shut just in time. Like, he ran through the lobby. Me and Ja chased him through the lobby and shit. And then the elevator doors just like closed just in time. But that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean?
As chaos broke out, people remember hearing the crash of studio equipment, the clang of metal, and frantic yelling. Fists and possibly weapons came into play. In the confusion, it's alleged that a speaker was thrown across the room, striking someone on the side.
I got hit with a speaker. 50 threw the speaker.
Tempers snapped in an instant. The biggest question is who wielded the blade that reportedly stabbed 50 Cent.
Well, that could be the story. I don't like to talk like that.
Many point the finger at Murder Inc. artist Black Child. Although official statements never cleanly confirmed exactly who did the stabbing or how severe the injury was, one persistent rumor claims that 50 was cut in the midst of the brawl, leaving him bleeding and disoriented. According to interviews given by Murder Inc. and affiliates, they were simply defending themselves. Others argue that the entire confrontation was an ambush orchestrated by Ja Rule's crew. A few even doubt the stabbing story altogether, claiming 50 exaggerated it for publicity or to gain sympathy. No matter which version you believe, the alleged stabbing became the stuff of hip-hop legend, quickly overshadowing any typical studio scuffle. Cops arrived soon after, rounding up some of the individuals involved. 50 Cent reportedly left in bad shape, and speculation circulated that a passing acquaintance, possibly another artist or even someone like Benzino from The Source magazine, helped him get to medical care. Lawsuits or charges were bound to follow such a public event, but the entire matter took a twist when the rumor of a restraining order emerged. Word spread that 50 Cent filed or received some form of legal protection, though he repeatedly denied it. Official papers or not, the rumor itself became yet another weapon in the feud, with Murder Inc. supporters mocking him for seeking legal remedies, and 50's camp insisting it was merely a smear attempt to undermine his street credibility.
So, if we talk conspiracy theory, we're just talking conspiracy theories, right?
Then came the alleged settlements. Whispers suggested that hefty sums, ranging anywhere from tens of thousands to a couple $100,000, were paid out to cover medical expenses or to keep certain parties silent about the exact details. Those involved mostly clammed up, probably to avoid further legal entanglements or media frenzy. While a few cryptic interviews have popped up over the years, each version of the story seems to place a different spin on who started it, who escalated it, and whether an actual stabbing took place or if 50 sustained some other kind of injury. In the grand scheme, the Hit Factory incident wasn't just a random tussle, it marked a seismic shift in the rap landscape. It cemented the rivalry between 50 Cent and Murder Inc. as more than mere rap beef. It touched on pride, survival, and the unspoken rules of the street. If you come face to face with your enemy, you handle it. Yet, the fallout also revealed how quickly an artist could be labeled a snitch or soft if any hint of law enforcement involvement surfaced. Such accusations could tarnish reputations in a genre where authenticity is everything. The rumors of hush money, restraining orders, and black eyes, literal or metaphorical, only made the story more dramatic. Despite the ugly turn of events, 50 Cent's career trajectory shot upward. He dropped Get Rich or Die Trying and became one of the era's biggest superstars, known for turning controversies into rocket fuel for success. Ja Rule, meanwhile, faced mounting legal and industry pressures, and Murder Inc. struggled under federal investigations unrelated to the feud. Some fans argue the Hit Factory incident drained the group's momentum at a crucial time, turning them from unstoppable hitmakers into a label dogged by negative headlines. To this day, the full truth about the Hit Factory night remains murky. Everyone involved has a different recollection or agenda. Stories have changed, details have been lost, exaggerated, or conveniently forgotten. But what's certain is that the incident became one of hip-hop's most notorious confrontations, talked about in barbershops, revisited in interviews, and dissected by fans who can't resist the lure of behind-the-scenes drama. Whether Black Child was actually the one who wielded a knife, or if the entire event got blown out of proportion, remains an enduring question. The chaos of that evening helped forge 50 Cent's unbreakable image, the hustler who wouldn't bow to threats, the street-hardened survivor who shrugged off bullets and stabbings alike. Today, 50 Cent has morphed into a television producer, social media provocateur, and overall mogul, yet the early controversies still echo in his legend. For any new fan just discovering his legacy, the Hit Factory story serves as a stark reminder of how volatile and raw hip-hop rivalries can be. It's a cautionary tale, illustrating that when rap feuds go off the rails, studio walls and security guards can't always contain the fallout. And while the exact details may remain disputed, one thing's for sure, that night in New York changed the course of rap history, leaving a trail of bruises, rumors, and bigger-than-life reputations in its wake.
Who saved him? People be like, God. Your first thing is, yo, God saved this guy. Maybe Satan saved him, because he's a great engine of chaos. I don't think God would save somebody who moves like that. I don't think God would save somebody who disrespects his own family. And it sounds like he's with Satan to me, man. I think, Satan was like, I'm going to use you. You're going to be great for me.